Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing today? Today we are going to be looking at the Meghan Markle interview with Variety. She seems to have walked back a few things. She's walked back her interview with The Cut, saying she was too trusting. In The Cut interview, before the week of Queen Elizabeth's death, it was released. In it she said she had never signed an NDA and there's so much more she could say, but she was just choosing not to. She also seems to have distanced herself from Gloria Steinman, I believe it is, who is directing her docu-series for Netflix. She definitely seemed to kind of distance herself from that as well. So there might be truth bombs in there. The branding and imagery is all very what you'd like to say as very loving, very generous, very this wonderful woman, almost like saint-like, especially the front cover, which leads me to believe like that's what the Empress energy. She's really trying for like a kind of rebrand here. She's also mentioned the royal family, that it's complicated and a difficult time around the funeral. But her husband is ever the optimist, so they're saying they are generous, and it's so we're going to have a look into this interview and see what's going on behind the scenes, what the tarot can say about it, what we can find out about it from the tarot. But before that, thank you very much for joining me. Please consider subscribing if you're not already subscribed. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much. I do appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. If you want some added extras, if you want a bit more behind the scenes stuff, or another way to support the channel, we do have an emotional support coven. It is the channel membership. You can join that. It is £2.99 a month in British pounds, which is fluctuating a bit at the moment. So in about Australia it's about $5.40, but it can change in US. I don't know, it can change. It's a couple of dollars, to be honest. So yeah, there's that as well. And yes, please share this video around, and thank you very much. So without further ado, let's get into Meghan's intentions with this interview. So this interview's been done since she's came back from the UK. Yeah, so let's look into it. Meghan's intention with this interview. I'm using the Barbara Walker cards here. There we go, straight away, the Empress. Look at me. We've had the Empress so many times with Meghan coming up. There was even an Apple TV or an Apple article the other day saying they wanted a third baby. They were thinking about it just to expand their family. So that's very interesting. It's not that I'm saying she would, it's this kind of motherhood, this kind of motherly feeling about her that she wants to emulate. This is her intentions. Remember, this is intentions, not. Okay, so what's crossing her at the minute? The Star. She wants a change in her perception. She wants to change in how she's perceived. She's putting it out there that everyone has been incorrect. You need to check your thinking, guys, because she is actually really lovely. She wants a change in how things are going for her. This is another attempt at a reset. The reset was meant to be with the Cut interview, with the stuff, archetypes leading up to what was Queen Elizabeth's death, that no one really, well, we kind of picked up on, but it didn't. She was just charging away. This is another attempt at resetting it. Oh, that's interesting. What was known about this is childhood, going inward, personal experiences. looking like she's reflecting on stuff, and I suppose that's very true with the archetypes interview. So what we know about is we get to hear about how she felt when she was in school and when she was a briefcase girl, when she was an actress. So she's really drawing on those experiences that she wants us to know about, or but we'll find out what's driving it all from underneath. Yeah, change. This is all about a change in the public perception, a change in how she is perceived, a change. She really wants this fame, and she really wants things to turn around. So to her, this is just another challenge, just another challenge. She's trying to get us to kind of see her as this empress type figure. She has the star around her. She wants this change. She wants to look like she's knowledgeable and nice, and yeah, and she's really trying to pull on the heartstrings here. What's leaving the situation? Difficult times. She's been felt and been fighting. There was 5 of Wands. There's a lot of backwards and forwards and fighting before this. So, interesting. Here we have this divine thing, and she really wants to look. Now, this is how she wants to look. She really wants to look like she is this kind of divine, loving, wonderful person. But what's on her mind? There we go, straight away. So, but what's on her mind? It's the 6 of Wands in reverse, and she doesn't want to fall from glory. She doesn't want any bad news about her. She doesn't want to look the fool. She's quite set on that. Princess of Cups to the Page of Cups. There's this immaturity around her, this kind of romantic kind of energy splashing about. And they're probably saying that, like, look, you can be love, you can be wonderful, you can be this, you can be that. But this fall from glory she's most concerned about. This is what she wants, remember. What she's worried about is being cut off. So here we have it, really. We have this, look at me, I'm nice, I'm really nice. You wouldn't want to cut me off, would you? And she is worried about being cut off because of, and there we have the Prince of Wands. So there is some anger, some showing off, some rushing in, coming out towards the end. So this is what she wanted from the article. This is what she wants from the rebrand, remember. She's concerned about falling off a horse, a fall from grace, but she's kind of optimistic and overly emotional about it. She wants to be shown to be loving and caring with the Empress and the love there, but what we have, this is the real concerns, is she's concerned about the fall from grace and being cut off and being isolated. And then we have the Prince of Wands. So that's what she wanted from the article. Let's find some information out. Let's see what the tarot says about what really happened behind the scenes with the article. Why? Why? King of Wands. There we have him straight away. This is somebody's PR piece, PR spin. We have got this passionate person who is around, who is driving a lot of stuff behind the scenes. Very much putting Meghan out there, really pushing her to go further and do more. This is the guy who kind of maybe set all this up. Could be a woman with masculine traits. There's this very kind of strong PR person behind her, and the King of Wands is something to do with that, I feel. What's crossing it? The Queen of Wands. She really wanted this. She's there straight away. This is Leo. Leo, this is a sign for Leo. She's really trying to push this, guys. She was really just completely with it. So the King of Wands, what's crossing him is the Queen of Wands. The King of Wands is trying to push the agenda of the Queen of Wands. So instantly, you know, this is what's behind it, really. Not what she wants, what's behind it. Two of Cups, what they're wanting to show is this love story, this unity. Harry and Meghan are both in love. They're very together. They're very joyous. But what's underneath? The Lovers in reverse. Disharmony, unhappiness, splits, things not working out, things not being joined together. There might be more trouble than there is than we know about at the minute. There's a definite split, there's definite infighting, and there may well be this to do with the royal family and their relationship with the royal family. It doesn't necessarily have to be a couple. It can well be people who are just related or friends, but it is a split and there is something more going on. There is more trouble, if you will. Look at the juxtaposition, what they want you to think, what they're not thinking. So they want you to think they're very lovely, very nice, kind of understated, but underneath it, there's Lovers in reverse. Things are not going as they were. They're not cohesive. There is trouble. There is love leaving. And there we have the Devil, what's known about the situation. What's leaving the situation. This is control, guys. There was a lot of control, a lot of persuasion, a lot of coercion leading up to this. There's some underhand practices and unethical ways of being. This like cruelty in a way. There's been a lot of temper tantrums leading up to this interview and getting this piece polished and set out. Remember, this is what's behind it, and before was what she wanted from it. Yeah, so straight away, you know, you've got the Empress with what she wanted and all of that kind of stuff, but underneath it you can see that it's driven by PR, this manipulation allegedly for entertainment purposes only. There's cruelty, there's pressure on people. There's like, this is what I want you to do, you are going to do what I want. Persuasion and and this is from the fallout from the cut interview. The Four of Pentacles coming in there is she's very unsure about how things are going to go forward, I feel. This isn't necessarily going to land as quite as well as they hope to. With the Four of Pentacles there, the outcome for it suggests there may be some issues with money kind of coming forward. They may have to keep tight control of something to do with their finances and stability. There's definitely something coming up for them. And then we have the Eight of Wands, and this is to do with what's on their mind, is how they're perceived and what they're doing with regards to fighting with people backwards and forwards, words flying left, right and center. So you have the bots and whatnot on Twitter and the idiots on Twitter in comment sections of things everywhere, and they're just flying backwards and forwards, defending them. This is another piece to be put out there that is going to be fuel to add to this kind of like mess that Meghan is some kind of saintly figure and they're trying to defend her, and there's going to be lots of backwards and forwards, and it looks like they're very aware of this as well. 10 of Pentagrams, what surrounded them. They want to be seen as this wealthy, generous family. There is a wealthy, generous family that does actually surround them, so that's true, and that's what's known about it as well. But and that's what they're known for, which is really kind of cheeky. Okay, so we've got the Hermit coming up. So Harry's gonna be saying his piece soon. That's very much on their minds, which will be the next kind of bombshell interview type thing. This is definitely coming up soon. Harry's going to do something. Okay. Potentially do something. That's the potential. And the King of Pentacles in reverse. Oosh. The next thing they do, when they do something with Harry, Harry is going to come across badly, very badly. So all of this stuff that was started with the devil that she wanted to do, that wanted to come across from this interview, is going to start falling and unraveling. There is things in the works with Harry, because the Hermit is Virgo, but the King of Pentacles can also be Harry, because that's Virgo. And it shows when you're doing royal family or overseas readings that this is somebody who's very much about to kind of look very ungenerous, unwarm, very unfriendly, you know, the King of Pentacles, someone's very grounded, a bit of the fun, they have belly laughs, they're nice people, very generous. But when it's in reverse, they're seen as cruel and guarded, and yeah. So this is very much showing that there is an actual split in the communications with the devil coming in there. It's definitely not what she wanted to be like. She doesn't want that, but the Empress is who she wants to be. But when you look about what's surrounding it, there is nothing there that says that there's anything other than PR, with the King of Wands and the Queen of Wands crossing it. The PR guy or the PR firm and the Queen of Wands crossing it, it's just constantly like, no, I want to rebrand, I want to do this, I want to do that. And the Lovers underneath, there is a split with something. You've got change there as well. There's the Two of Pentacles. So there is something happening behind the scenes, and they are trying to do damage control. They are trying to do damage control with the Four of Pentacles, but I don't think it's going to work, because what's on their mind is they're going backwards and forwards, and there's this royal family here. She's trying to make it look less, it's basically distancing herself from a behavior that was badly timed and trying to rebrand and restart with that star energy. And interesting that Harry's going to come out very soon as well, but she really wants to be the Empress, guys. However, it's not gonna necessarily work, because there we go. What do you guys think? Let me know what you guys think. I'm always interested in what you've got to say about the matter. Thank you very much for being here. Please like, share and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone.